The construction on this guy is gonna be insane. Check out how many screws you got going on, right? So many spacers, right? This one is the handle, yeah, definitely gonna be massive. A whopping 5 inches total length. PM2 is going to be 3.8 ounces right there. And I got to tell you, this guy feels a little bit heavier than the PM2, no doubt about that. If you're looking for a knife that you can beat on, which is a knife that you can use on your daily tasks, even hunting, even doing a little bit more than just cutting paper or cardboard, all right, this guy is going to be a solid choice. Hello and what is going on, guys? It's your boy Miguel here, back at you with another knife review. Today we're going to be reviewing, boom, this guy right here, the Ontario Rat Model 1. This is very popular, very well known, such an icon for so many years. It is not a new knife. It has been around for many years now, and yes, we're going to be reviewing it here in the channel after doing an unboxing not that long ago. I've had a chance to EDC this knife over the last couple of months since the unboxing, and it has been a rock solid EDC. We're gonna go ahead and break down during this review the good, the bad, the ugly, everything you need to know, the likes, the dislikes, all about this knife here. So if you have one or you're considering buying one, you can at least get some insight, get some feedback. Let's start with the quick basic measurements on this guy right here. Your overall length on this big boy here, it's gonna be quite a lengthy guy. This guy's gonna be at almost 8 inches and 3/4, right? So just a 1/4 inch shy of 9 inches. So the actual blade, yeah, the actual blade length is gonna be around 3.5 inches, and the actual cutting edge is gonna be around 3.25, right? Around 3.25 there for the cutting edge. Last but not least, the handle is gonna be a whopping 5 inches long, right? That handle, yeah, definitely gonna be massive. A whopping 5 inches total length. Let's go over some quick basics. This guy has the drop point blade right here, very iconic drop point blade on the entry model Aus A blade right there. This is the Model 1. The Aus A blade right there is the entry point. There's also a D2 option as well. It's a little bit more expensive. We'll get into that a little bit later. By the way, guys, links are in the description for any knives that you see on the video, including this guy, so make sure to check those out down below. They come to you no extra cost. They definitely help out the channel. That being said, this guy is going to be a liner lock right here. You can see it is a thumb deployment and a liner lock. So there's no flipper on this guy. We'll get more into that. You can of course thumb deploy it, or you could reverse flick. It's a little bit challenging on this guy because the blade is so massive, but you can get it done. Those are your 2 deployment options. No flipper, of course, no button on this guy. And then you have this nylon or FRN sort of scales on this guy. We're going to get more into that as well. So how's the action on this guy? Well, you have a, like I mentioned earlier, thumb deployment and reverse flick. Those are your only 2, and the reverse flick can often fail if you don't put the right amount of pressure. It definitely takes a little bit of practice, yeah, to get it done the right way. This guy again has an Aus A steel here, very flat grind drop point blade on this nylon scales black, made to look very much like G10, but they're not G10. They're a little bit slippery, and yeah, the construction on this guy is gonna be insane. Check out how many screws you got going on, right? So many spacers, right? This one is sort of like a blade stop right there. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different spacers on this guy. Therefore, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different screws on either side. That makes it 10. Since we're here, let's do a quick hardware check on this guy. By the way, the tools that I use are linked down below. They're very reliable tools. They're part of the Strabito set. If you want to check them out, those are affiliate links that help out the channel at no extra cost to you. My guess here is that this guy is going to be, unfortunately, I wish it was anything different, but that is a T6 right there on all the little guys, and this big one here might be a T10, right? Let's confirm that. All right, here's my T6 bit. Yep, that is T6, no doubt about that. So it looks like it's T6 all throughout on the scales, on the handle there. Also the pocket clip, that's going to be T6, and it takes 3 of them right there on the pocket clip. And as far as the pivot goes, yes, this guy is going to be a T10 on both ends. Let me get my calipers here. So a quick blade stock thickness on this guy. We have 0.11 inches, which is pretty common, right? That's going to be around where the smock is going to be. Let's check that out, right? The smock is going to be at 0.11 inches, right? So that's pretty common right there, even for a higher cost knife. And then it drops down to, I want to say this is not the pointiest, but yeah, it gets pretty pointy, right? It's going to be 0.03 inches, 0.03 inches there at the very tip. This guy milled in any way? This guy is not milled whatsoever. Check that out, guys. As you can see right there, no milling on this end, right? And no milling on the other side either. So yeah, it explains why the weight is what it is. Which, speaking of, let's do a quick weight check on this guy here. For comparison, let's weigh the little guy first, right? This one, of course, is a lot lighter. I want to say this might be somewhere around 3.2 ounces, right? 3.1. Yeah, it's actually in the twos, 2.8 ounces, right? 2.8 ounces there on the Rat Model 2. Let's throw a few more right there just for comparison. The Para 3 is going to be 3.3 ounces, so getting a little bit heavier. PM2 is going to be 3.8 ounces right there. And I got to tell you, this guy feels a little bit heavier than the PM2, no doubt about that. So my guess is going to be around 4.4, 4.3, 4.5, somewhere in there. Yeah, actually, now we're close. It's actually in the fives. It's an exact 5.0 or 5 ounces. It's a 5-ounce knife right here. Yeah, definitely a little bit of a heavier chunker boy for sure. A little bit of a tank as far as the weight goes. Look at that. Yeah, and it makes sense because there's no milling or anything like that going on. You got to keep in mind, this guy is one of the budget king knives out there, right? It comes in at around the $30 to $40 range. Check out the links in the description. And for that money, right, you get such a strong knife, such a solid knife right here, like this guy. Interesting story. I wasn't going to consider this guy at first when I first got in the hobby. I really didn't think this knife was for me. Appearance wise, it's not strikingly as the most beautiful knife out there. And Ontario Knife Co., if you're listening to me, don't take this personally. It's sort of like Spyderco's, right? At first, you don't think they are beautiful knives, right? You think they're ugly looking knives, and then the design grows on you. And I can sort of see after owning this guy for a while, this design has certainly grown on me quite a bit. My first gripe at the very beginning was the fact that it didn't have a flipper. That was something that I was very, I guess, concerned about, or I was disappointed. The fact that I couldn't do a flipper deployment. You really only have 2 deployments, and that's about it. Thumb and reverse flick, if anything. And then if you're not comfortable reverse flicking it, then it might just be the one deployment option, just the thumb deployment, right? That being said, guys, so many other knives have come out since that are definitely worth considering. Of course, this guy has been around for many years, but if you're shopping in the 40 to, let's say, $30 to $40 range, right, you got a few folks to consider, right? You would want to consider the Reich P801. Look at the blade shape, right? Drop point blade shape is very similar as well, right? You have the Reich, and I'm gonna put the model number on the screen because it's just so difficult to pronounce or remember. But you got this guy also in that $20 to $40 range. You got the Civivi Ortis, which is also a great knife, and I mean, in that budget category, a budget king of its own right there. You got the Flisa folding knife also. This guy's also in that $30 to $40 range, and this guy comes with D2. Of course, I know the Model 1 offers D2, but at a higher cost, whereas this guy offers D2 in the same price range. And last but not least, if all else fails, the Civivi Elementum is going to be on that $50 range, but again, a solid EDC as well. Right? So you have a solid line out there. So many different contenders for the budget category. And yeah, if you're looking for a knife that you can beat on, which is a knife that you can use on your daily tasks, even hunting, even doing a little bit more than just cutting paper or cardboard, all right, this guy is going to be a solid choice. Again, you have the Ortis, you have the P801, right? You have other budget knives out there to consider, but this guy is up there as well. Very reliable. I mean, lots and lots of great reviews over many years that this guy has been out, and people speak very highly of it, myself included. I'm glad that I actually got this one, not only to compare and sort of include during knife reviews in this channel, but also to experience myself. I came to the knife community, or EDC knife world community, just the last year or so. So it hasn't quite been a year for me. I think around August of this year will be a full year. And the reason why I wanted to sort of go back in time and get me one of these guys is because I wanted to find out what the hype was all about, right? Is this really that good of a knife? Is it really as good as people say it is? And again, I mean, if you're looking for a reliable tool today on 2023, this is it, right? It is a very reliable tool. Are there maybe better looking options out there? Yes, yeah, they are, certainly, right? Are there better materials used as well? That is also true. But right, if you're looking to really find out what the Ontario Knife Co. experience is all about, you are not going to go wrong picking up either the Rat Model 1 or its little brother, the Rat Model 2. If I left anything out on the review, guys, let me know. If there's anything else that you would like to see on the review, any questions or anything I should have included or I should have touched on, right? The comment section down below, that's where we hang out. That's where I answer all your questions, concerns. You know, reach out to me, let me know how I did, give me some feedback. Look out for the review on this guy, by the way, guys. If you made it this far, you guys are the real MVPs. Chances are that the review for this guy will be out here pretty soon. If that is the case, I'm gonna put a card right here for you guys to check that out. But that being said, guys, I hope you all have enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for sticking around to the end. I love you all, and I hope you guys have a fantabulous rest of your day. Take care. Peace.